Given the numbers, when would you expect the energy cliff to impact daily life enough for the general population to be aware of it?
Well, I always have to keep a footnote. My timing can be off.
Okay, let me pull up the screen here and share some stuff with you. All right, let me a little bit clumsy. We're only going to go till 7 o'clock. That's when Richard is doing his show. Hi, Tony. Come on in. There's your little link, Tony, brother. Oh, yeah, I should do a sound check, make sure that I'm within the realms of acceptable parameters. Can you hear me okay? You goofball. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, you're wonderful.
Yeah. Woo, 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 woo.
Hey, why'd you bail out yesterday? I came back to the show and you were gone.
Oh, man, it was past my bedtime.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I normally go to bed around 9, between 9 and 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
And
all right,
yeah.
So we'll call this little episode the Tony Show for now.
Should I do a tap dance?
Yes, you should.
Oh, man.
So Richard is doing a show. He's a good brother, good teacher. So we'll bail out at 7 o'clock so everybody can go over to his show. We titled this "No Show Tonight." Go to Richard's. Link in the description.
Why do you say 7 o'clock when it's almost, you're an hour?
Central Standard, yeah, Central Standard.
Boy, so what is your theme?
For tonight?
Yeah, any theme?
The only thing I really wanted to come on with is re-emphasizing the importance of having a pattern of sound words and giving people the freedom, if they're at all listening, to plunge into understanding, loving, and discovering God without using Trinitarian lingo. Can you just dump it out the back door and not use it at all, and then see what you see? Because, when you don't have a pattern of sound words, you're likely to get involved in mythology. And Paul warns a couple of times about myths, Jewish myths and straight ahead myths, And I could never twist anyone's arm to say, hey, what kind of myths was Paul talking about? What is a Jewish myth? And I was thinking about this, that there were two kinds of Jews by and large, right? The Pharisees and the Sadducees. And I've heard over the years that the Pharisees, they kind of believed in immortality of the soul, and the Sadducees, they didn't believe in the resurrection at all. So what would we call a myth? What would be a Jewish myth? Just the fact of hanging on to the circumcision, the Feast of Trumpets? I mean, what?
Well, I can give you an example. Right, there's various rabbis that are said to be reincarnations of other rabbis in Judaism.
Really?
For example, and right now Jews believe in reincarnation. They've incorporated everything. They can't.
Really?
Yes.
You mean the Jews are not really true to old Jewish stuff?
No, not at all. What's the word right now? If you're an Orthodox Jew, you believe in reincarnation, and that's how you get around the whole, complete the law. You don't have to complete all the law in your first life. You just keep on going at it over and over and over again until you do you have a checklist of all 613 mitzvahs. So if you don't fulfill the whole law of this life, you go into another life, and try to fill out the mitzvahs you list.
Tony, you got anything to say about Jewish myths?
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Did Knock have anything to say about it in his commentary?
I don't know. I'd have to look. You want me to look?
Sure. How about you?
Um,
How about you, Jeremy? You got anything about Jewish myths going on in Bakersfield? Your speaker's off. Unmute yourself. Otherwise, I'll think you're a myth.
Oh boy. Looks like he's got some technical issues.
I can't believe the Jews are incorporating reincarnation. That sounds bizarre.
Not only that, but like, for example, certain rabbis claim to they went to caves and they talked to angels and they got all these new revelations, and that's how the Kabbalah exists. You know, some angel met a Jew in a cave, a rabbi in the cave, and so he recorded everything the angel said to him.
So the Kabbalah is just like the Book of Mormon then?
Pretty much, from what I understand. Or like they'll say Moses reincarnated in this rabbi called Rabbi Akiva, you know. And, so all these other rabbis are actually the reincarnations of other dead prophets.
Okay, I don't think there's any. Are you there?
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
You talking like myths, like churches that are real big on the Israelite stuff, and they start having the feast and advertising like that?
I don't know.
There's a whole bunch of churches that say they're lost long tribes. A whole bunch.
No, I don't think.
Oh, so they would be Jewish mything.
Well, if they could be right, you know, who knows? Who knows?
Hey, real quick, Alan, I just wanted, before I forget, man, I was talking to my mom last night, and I just wanted to tell you how much she's like your biggest fan, man. She was
Really?
saying how, oh man, she's in love with you. And I was like, Alan? No, she knows. I said the guy with the green little alien thing. Yeah. She just loves your reading, and man, she thinks you're freaking highly intelligent. So I just wanted to tell you that.
I think I'm retarded, but okay, thanks. I'll take it.
That's all right. She's 72, and she cares for. I sent a little private chat. I put her phone number in there, but she literally takes care of my dad just 24/7, and we all take turns coming, once or twice a week. And but yeah, she's alone but happy, and she's a believer, and you would absolutely love her. So I put her information in there if you have a hankering. If not, no biggie, but I just wanted to say that. But yeah. And she can't believe, Tony, that you're in here.
Really?
Yeah. The concordant letter, yeah.
Who is speaking?
My name.
Oh, you
George.
are.
Yeah.
Hi, George.
Anyways.
His name
So,
is Jeremy, actually.
Jeremy.
You don't recognize me, Tony?
Pardon?
You don't recognize me without my hat?
Yeah, you look different.
Quit stealing my address here. Okay. What's that?
Well, do you want me to tell you about Jewish myths?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Okay, in Titus, actually it says tit, 1 verse 14. That's why we never in the UR give tit as a reference, because people might be offended. So we always have to spell it out, TITUS.
Hey, is
Wait a
it
minute,
7
wait.
o'clock right now?
It is Central Standard, 7 o'clock. Yeah. So,
Okay, but do you want me to finish this real quick?
yes, go ahead.
In Titus 1:14, Knox said the Jewish doctors have so covered the law with their myths and traditions that little, if any, of the law is left. Ceremonial uncleanness is a constant menace to the Orthodox Hebrew. So much is unclean that their consciences and minds are contaminated. This is entirely out of tune with the grace which has come to those who are themselves ceremonial unclean, like you and me, yet have been subjects of God's cleansing grace. Yes. A true knowledge of God's grace acknowledges, as Peter did, that what God has cleansed is not to be called unclean. Acts 10:14.
So, what are Jewish myths now? I was a little distracted. I had to turn off Richard's thing. It was blasting in my ear.
Well, this says Jewish fables. Well,
Jewish fables.
that's KJV. I'm sorry. Jewish myths. Don't be heeding Jewish myths and precepts of men who are turning from the truth. So, I mean, there's, like Knox said, they covered their law with myths. Like, you'll be unclean if you eat something unclean. And Jesus said, no, it's what comes out of the heart that makes the man unclean. So that was a myth that they were promoting. And Jesus was trying to correct that myth. Also, the parable of the rich man and Lazarus is a good example of Jewish myths. Christ is using their own myths against them and poking them in the eye.
Wow.
Dig
That's
it.
interesting. That's
So where are you going on Facebook to this guy's?
It's in the side chat right now. The link is in the side chat.
I don't see
And if-
it. Hang on.
And if you want, I'll put it in the private chat too. There you go. It's in the private chat too. Anyway, he'll probably talk over there for an hour or so, hour and a half. And so maybe I'll come back and do another live stream and
What does he talk
around
about?
7:30 or 8. He's
What
a
does he
concordant
talk about?
student.
Who is
Concordant Matters. Richard Golko.
it? Oh, okay, yeah. Richard.
We've
I don't-
read, I think Alan was reading some of his
He's a
writing.
concordant student.
Pardon?
So I think Alan was reading some of his writings, right? Same